Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to get started. My name is Christina Baker. I am digital strategy lead at SilverTech, and we are here today with Wright from Kentico to go through an awesome demo of Xperience by Kentico, and to talk a little bit about content challenges and how to better manage your CMS. So we're going to go through a little bit of talk about your challenges and what we're seeing out there that are challenging marketers today. We're going to talk through a success story, and then Sean's going to give us a great demo of Xperience by Kentico. We'll run through a case study, and then we'll definitely have some time for Q&A. So make sure that as we go, you're dropping those questions in the chat. So today we have a lot of unique challenges as digital marketing professionals, things like content management and governance. I think, we all have had that problem where we have one internal team that perhaps manages the website, but we want to just empower all of our internal teams to be able to update their sections of the site, create new content for us. But within that, we also have to make sure we have a strong governance piece for either regulatory compliance or simply just staying to brand standards. And that's why you'll see in that next point, brand, customer experience, accessibility. These are all challenges within managing your CMS to make sure we're maintaining the same standards and providing a digital experience that really meets the mark for what the customer experience goals of our organizations are. And then add to that the MarTech space, which is filled with multiple products, platforms, channels. How do we integrate all of these things? What are the features and benefits of each? Do we have duplication? And then we also have the security piece of that, right? Regulatory updates, making sure that everything is up to snuff, the security is locked tight, and that we're in compliance with either our, regulatory compliance for our individual verticals, or even just within the standards of our organization. And then finally, every time there's an update, we have to adapt to change quickly. You'll hear me say time and time again, digital ink is never dry because we are constantly adapting and the ecosystem continues to grow and innovate as we all sleep at night.
So that was a great summary, Christina. Thanks. So before we jump into the demo, I want to kind of introduce the topic that we'll be discussing today in terms of Xperience by Kentico as a product and what it enables for marketers. It's really focused on the idea of helping you resolve content chaos, something that maybe you're familiar with. So let's actually talk about what that means. So the impact of content chaos on a marketer is that you're potentially working with unstructured content, maybe rich text. That makes it difficult to make changes. You might be concerned that you're going to impact the design of a page if you're trying to make changes in rich text. And maybe you even have to work with some HTML and CSS stuff that marketers really shouldn't be focusing on. You might have some immature content governance where you really can't identify where some content message that you created in the past is being used today. So if you need to update a phone number or an address, where is that? Things like rich text make it difficult to ensure that you are making all the changes that you need to make. And then if you are using multiple different MarTech products to manage customer experiences and deliver a message to customers, it can be difficult to know where across all those products you have that message. So maybe you're composing emails in one product and you're managing your website in another. If you have a message about your brand or a product, do you know if it's being used in both of those technologies? And then, of course, there's an impact on the marketer, but there's also an impact on the customer. If the customer sees inconsistent brand or messaging, they're going to have a hard time trusting you as a brand. And a lot of revenue from customers is based on their trust of you as a brand. If you have confusion in your messaging, then any campaigns that you're running are going to have goals, but the customer might not know how to complete those goals because they're being told different things in different channels or on different pages or different campaigns. And then that poor customer experience will eventually lead to them abandoning those goals that you want them to complete and not engaging with your brand. So really, we want to know, have you ever experienced similar challenges like this with your content or with the experiences that you create in the products that you use? Well, thankfully, at Kentico, we believe we have a solution to these challenges, and that's Xperience by Kentico. It's a single platform for managing these customer experiences and content across multiple channels. And so if you are looking at DXPs in the MarTech marketplace, what are the types of things that you should be looking out for? From our perspective, you should be looking for a product that's designed for multi-channel. Today, multi-channel is a given. It's not something that is a nice to have. You want an intuitive user interface so that your marketing team is able to be productive in the product. You want to make sure that you can use both your content messaging and manage it, and also have access to customer data in that product for things like personalization. And then finally, you want to be able to customize that product to meet your business needs and know that it's going to be secure. So again, Kentico offers a digital experience platform called Xperience by Kentico that has centralized content management across multiple channels. You can do customer targeting, personalization, segmentation, automation, and the product is versionless, it scales, and it's secure.
Yeah, and SilverTech works very closely with Kentico. We are an implementation partner of Kentico's. I've worked on a number of different Kentico projects with my clients. So what we specialize in is experience design. So helping you meet the needs of your organization, what your organization goals are, and the needs of your customers within your digital platform. We also assist with things like digital transformation and strategy road mapping, and data and system integration. So what's so great about Kentico when we work with them is understanding that, the platform itself can be a really great big off point to things that Sean mentioned, like segmentation and personalization. If you're not quite there yet, you can absolutely use all the features that Kentico has available in order to start to move in that direction. And as we see customer expectations going higher and higher every day with what they're expecting to be delivered, no matter what your company is, it's really important that we keep pace with our competitors, and things like targeted segmentation and personalization can really help us achieve next level customer experience that we're all looking to deliver. This is a great example, and I really encourage you to take out your phone and scan that QR code, because this case study with my client Sentinel Group is really interesting around how we go through the process with them to create a new website on Kentico. We took through a number of discovery sessions. We did user experience strategy with them using data from their current site and also using industry data. We did UI design, so we did a full design experience and exercise with them, as well as the development of the site itself and the full Kentico implementation with our friends at Sentinel. And it was an amazing success. We saw things like a 20% increase in user engagement and a 25% increase in new users. And we're currently working as well to track a lot of their data from lead gen. Their main goal was lead gen. We want this to become a lead gen machine. And we were able to use a number of features from Kentico in order to achieve that vision. So definitely take out your phone and get that QR code, because you're not going to want to miss that case study.
Okay, so now we're going to jump over to the demo, and we'll take questions after we finish the demo. All right. Okay, so what we see here is the KBank multi-experience dashboard. KBank is a fictional regional financial institution that we use as our demo environment for Xperience by Kentico to show customers exactly how our product can enable your marketing teams. And KBank has this Xperience by Kentico solution that they're running to control multiple digital experiences across various channels. So we have 3 website channels. One of those is a microsite. We have their emails that they deliver. We have a headless app, a mobile app driven by a headless channel. And we have an affiliate car dealership channel that they're able to deliver experiences into. So let's jump into the administration, and we will see exactly what Xperience by Kentico looks like. So you can see we have lots of capabilities in this product. We don't have time today to cover all of them, so we're going to focus on the ones that are related to that content chaos challenge that I mentioned earlier. So to help describe exactly how this product's going to work, I'm going to pretend to be a new member of KBank's marketing team, and we'll walk through some scenarios that might be familiar to you. So it's what is this? It's morning, just got into work, and I have an email in my inbox, and it says, "Hey, Sean, can you update the hero banner on our personal banking website?" Well, thanks to Xperience by Kentico's free online tutorial, I know exactly how to get to a website channel and make changes to a page. So I'm going to navigate over to the personal banking website channel that we have here, and I'll navigate to the homepage, and I will edit the page. And we can see we have a no-code drag and drop user interface here that a marketer should be very comfortable and confident in using. And up here at the top, we have a hero banner. So I'm going to go ahead and make the change to feature a new product that we really want our customers to be able to see. So I'm going to open up the properties for this widget. And again, we see there's lots of options here. These are all appropriate for me and my marketing team, but there's no code. So I need to change this hero banner to feature one of our products. And we have one right here, the electric car loan product. I'll go ahead and select that. And for the call to action, maybe it should be go green and save. Go ahead and apply. And what we see here is that the design, the content, the experience has changed, and we have this call to action. That looks great. In the email I got from my team, they also mentioned that they want me to change this featured product component here and show all the benefits, because it apparently isn't clear based on our analytics that people understand what this product is and they're not converting. So I can click into the properties here, and I'm going to show the product features, and I'll change the design to, let's put the content aligned this way, and there we go. So now we see all the features of this product, all the benefits here, and I'm going to go ahead and save. Well, that was really easy, fantastic. But this is the homepage, and it probably isn't appropriate for me as a new marketer to be able to go ahead and publish this live as soon as I'm done. Probably want someone to sign off on it. Well, thankfully, Xperience by Kentico has those content governance guardrails in addition to that intuitive user interface. So here, if I go to change the workflow step, I can change it to waiting for approval. I happen to be an administrator in the product right now, so I can go straight to schedule and publish, but this workflow is custom and it can be defined directly within the product by a marketing team, so you don't need to have developers get involved. So instead, I'm going to go ahead and schedule or publish, and you can see I have two options. I can publish right now, and I can even schedule for publishing in the future if I want to coordinate these changes with other changes in the product. So I'll go ahead and confirm, and we have the page has been published. I'll go back over to the dashboard here, and we'll open up that personal banking website channel, and we can see here that the homepage has changed. We're now featuring the electric car loan product. Everything looks great.
Can we just take a moment and talk about how fast that was? Because that must have been like 35 seconds that it took you to make those two changes. And I am positive that in this room, there are at least half of us who have sat there and watched a page load and load and load while we're trying to make a content update. And you get that email in the morning and you groan and you're like, oh God, I don't want to update this website. It's going to kill my morning. And the fact that you were able to do that in literally 35 seconds just blows me away. The speed of platform, I think, is one of the best features.
Yeah, we want to make sure the product works as fast as you think. So I'm going to head back over here to the dashboard. That page building experience is really nice. And if you are working in a website context, that's how you engage with your customers. Fantastic. Xperience by Kentico really enables you to manage that visual experience, but it also has capabilities that allow you to work with content that is shared or reused across multiple channels. And to kind of dive into that and the content governance features in the product, we'll go here to the Content Hub. And so the Content Hub is a global source of content and messaging, branding, images, all those types of things that can be used across your website in multiple places or across multiple different channels, multiple websites, email, or a headlessly driven channel. I'm going to touch on some of this stuff later, but we're going to go ahead and jump to products, and I'm going to type in car. And we can see here is that electric car loan. And we can see there's information about it here. There's structured fields. This gives me the benefit of not having to worry about negatively impacting the design. Instead, I get to focus on the message, which is a thing as a marketer that I'm responsible for. So in that email I got this morning, the marketing team told me the reason we're featuring this electric car loan product is because we're adding a new product feature to it. We can see down here, there's more fields, there's product benefits and product features. what we really end up with in Xperience by Kentico is a graph of interrelated pieces of structured content. And these pieces of content are also in the Content Hub, and I can reference them, I can link to them, and they become part of this electric car loan product, and they can be featured all the places that this product is featured across all my channels. So the new product feature that we're going to add to the electric car loan is that we're going to offer $1,000 worth of free electric car charging credits if you open up that loan with us. And just to show you exactly what that means here in the customer's experience, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the homepage of the personal banking channel, and I'm going to click on this call to action. And I get navigated to this electric car loan detail page. There's a whole bunch of more information here about this loan. And we can see here are some product features: competitive interest rates, flexible loan amounts. And if I navigate back to the administration, we can see those are the same product features that we have listed here. So if I want to add to that list, all I need to do is open this up, create a new product feature, and we'll call this electric, how about free electric car charging? And I will go ahead and continue here. I'm just going to fill in some fields. The price, let's do $1,000 US. And for the value, this will be the friendly message, $1,000 of free electric car charging credits. And that's a bunch of text. So I'm going to select text here, and I will go ahead and save and close. And we can see that most of these items are published. This new one that I just created is in draft. Now I want to have it appear on the website. So I'm going to go ahead and publish the changes I made to this electric car loan product. Again, I can publish now or schedule those changes. I will go ahead and confirm, and we get a new dialog here. And this is our cascade publishing capability. And this means that if this electric car loan is linked or related to any other content items that are also unpublished, when I go to publish this, I can opt into publishing everything together. So that lets me keep those changes coordinated with each other. So I'll go ahead and select to publish that new product feature as well. And if I navigate back to this page, we can see there's my free electric car charging and $1,000 of credits. Fantastic. Okay. So I've done all these changes so far within one channel, a website channel. But what if you're managing multiple channels? Like, let's say you have a mobile app. So if we look over at KBank's multi-experience dashboard again, we can see they do have a mobile app. And today, this is featuring news, products, information. In the future, they hope, as a financial institution, to have mobile banking here, but they also want to be able to deliver marketing messaging through that channel because they know that their customers are going to be in here a lot. And so what we see here at the top is a list of products, but we don't see our electric car loan product. So how, as a marketer, can I make changes to this mobile app so that that product is featured here? Well, if I go back to the Xperience by Kentico dashboard, we can see there's the mobile banking app channel. I'll go ahead and click on that, and we can see here are all the different screens in that mobile app. Now, because this headless channel is driving a mobile app, we're talking about screens, but if this were driving, let's say, a kiosk or a digital billboard or a microsite, we could name these things in some way that makes sense for that type of channel. So to add the electric car loan to the mobile app, I'm going to go ahead and create a new headless item, and we're going to call this electric car loan. And this is going to be an, app product screen. Continue. And here we get to see the benefits of the Content Hub again. I can select an existing product. I'm going to go back to my product smart folder, and I'm going to type in car, and we should be able to see electric car loan right here. This is that same electric car loan that I was just modifying for the website channel. It's the same message, the same content, and now I'm going to be using it on the mobile channel. Okay, so I've added that product to the mobile channel, but what I really want to do is have it appear here on the home screen in this scroll. So I'm going to go to the home screen, and I'm going to edit this, select existing, and there we can see the new app product screen that I added for the electric car loan. I'll go ahead and select that. It adds it to the bottom, but actually I want to feature it first, so I just drag it to the top, go ahead and publish. Looks great. Go back, refresh, and we see the electric car loan product appear here in the mobile banking app. Again, this is the same content and messaging, and we can even see my $1,000 of free electric car charging credits. That product feature is visible here as well. Okay, so I've covered a lot so far, and actually, I just remembered in that email, the marketing team said we're only offering this electric car charging benefit of this electric car loan product through the end of the year. Now, December 31st, I'm probably not going to be in the office. I'm going to be somewhere else, probably making plans for New Year's. So I don't want to have to log into Xperience by Kentico and make the changes to go ahead and remove that product feature on that date. Well, thankfully, if I go back to the Content Hub, we can see that product feature that I added is right here. I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and there are unpublished options. So I can either unpublish it right now, in which case it will disappear from all those digital channels that it's being delivered through right now, or I can schedule it, and I can schedule it to unpublish. And let's go ahead and change this to December 31st. And how about PM? Go ahead and confirm. And now we can see there's a message that says that this content will be unpublished in the future. And if I go back to the Content Hub, we can even see there's an icon here indicating that this is going to be unpublished. So we have shown how you can manage this structured content. You don't have to worry about all that rich text. It's very website focused. You don't end up in content chaos because of the way that Xperience by Kentico enables you to control your messaging. But let's say I'm a marketer that's brand new to the marketing team, like I am, but I didn't create this content. I didn't make these changes. How do I know when I log in and see this free electric car charging, what it even is? What does it mean? Where is that message being used? Well, thankfully, Xperience by Kentico has usage tracking for all this content. And when I click this tab, we can see that in the reusable content in the Content Hub, this product feature is being used by the electric car loan. That makes sense. I just added it as a product feature to that content. But also we can see in channels. Well, in the mobile banking app, it's being used on the electric car loan headless app screen. And it's also being used in the personal banking electric car loan page. So this feature, we now know how it's being distributed across all these different channels, how it's being used. And in fact, I just discovered that it's also being used on this marketing tool, this calculator in the personal banking website channel. So I discovered something in the process of exploring this content. So not only is the usage tracking a great content governance feature because it allows you to see where those changes will have an impact, but as a marketer, and I'm new to, let's see, how many items, there's 14 pages of items in here, and Xperience by Kentico can handle millions. I can come in here and discover the message that my team has already created and learn how to think about that message and how it's distributed across those channels. So there's many more features in this product. Again, I said I wouldn't get to cover everything. We have these smart folders that allow for dynamic content delivery that's driven by marketers and not developers. We have all sorts of organization and content governance features that help you keep control of that content and avoid that content chaos. But I'm going to jump back here to the slides now. Okay, so as we saw, just as a recap, what are the benefits of the Content Hub? Well, it enables true multi-channel messaging. You can deliver that message that you've crafted about that product or an FAQ or a customer testimonial across multiple places in a single website, but also across multiple channels. It could be multiple websites like KBank has, or it could be to a mobile app or in your email, which you can also compose and author in Xperience by Kentico. It's easy to find and reuse that content. So if that product feature made sense to use with another product, I wouldn't have to recreate that message. I could just associate it with another product. You can use taxonomy and the folders for content organization in the backend for your team or for content delivery to impact those customer experiences. And you have a consistent user experience across managing all those channels because it's in a single product. You don't have to learn how to use the UI of all these different products. And then you can continue to build on the content investments that you made because they're all contained in the Content Hub. The more content you create and reuse, the more benefits that you get. And I'm not going to go through all these logos, but these are just a small handful of Kentico's current customers. And you can see they're across lots of different verticals and industries. We aren't specific to any one vertical. Marketing teams all over the world are using Xperience by Kentico right now.
Yeah, same for us. SilverTech specializes in everyone. We have clients across verticals, financial institutions, healthcare, schools, manufacturing. So here's a great little selection of our customers that are currently on Kentico as well. So I think what we see here, and thanks, Sean, for that demo, it was really incredible. And you got through so much in such a short period of time. You really are a consummate professional there, my friend. So I think what you can see here is that the two of us combined together are really going to help empower your team to increase efficiency, and be able to make those changes on the fly and keep track of those changes, which is also a key piece that a lot of times we forget about. Where did I put this on the site? What have I changed? And what that's going to do is deliver that essential customer visitor site where we can see certain content being targeted to our customers. We can track where our customers are interacting, and be able to make even better decisions when it comes to the content we develop and how we present it on the site itself. All of that comes together to fuel those personalized experiences that are really going to drive revenue and conversion through your website, because we're targeting the right people with the right messaging at the right time. This whole platform is designed to help you reach out and nurture those clients, nurture those leads, and help you bring people through the door, increase those conversion rates, because we're reducing friction within that customer journey. I mean, you saw Sean just flying through those changes, and that was just a small section of what the platform is capable of. So I think what's so interesting and what I want you to take away from this talk is really looking towards Kentico as the real preeminent CMS when it comes to secure, modern platform that can perform for you and display your content and up your conversion rate, impact your revenue in a big way. So let's get to questions. I'm going to pull up and see if we have any questions in the chat. We really are so happy that you are able to go ahead and join us today. And I'm going to encourage you to take out your phone again and scan those QR codes so you can connect with me on LinkedIn. You can connect with Sean on LinkedIn. We love to talk about your projects, your challenges. How can we help you brainstorm, help make your job a little bit easier, empower those teams? Both of us are so passionate about it. So definitely drop us a note. And let us know what we can do to help you, because we would love to talk through some of that as well. I do see a couple questions coming through in the chat. We did have a questions here about integrations available with the platform. So I'm going to let Sean take that one.
Yeah, we have several first-party integrations, ones that we ship in the product, things like SSO for Microsoft Intra, Auth0 and Okta. We also have a first-party integration with SendGrid for sending out those emails. But we also offer an entire suite of open source but first party and fully supported integrations. So our integration strategy is not to have a giant marketplace of anonymous integration authors. Instead, we curate those integrations and make sure they're secure and they work with the product and they stay updated every time we release a new update to the product each month.
That's awesome. That's such a great point. And I think you guys do such a good job of staying on top of the integration marketplace, not just from like a, hey, let's offer everything, but like, hey, let's offer what marketers are actually using and where can we really integrate well to create a holistic digital experience that's going to take advantage of the platforms that marketers are using day to day. One of the questions that I get often asked is, how do we get started? And the answer to that is, you know what, you can reach out to me or Sean. We're happy to chat with you and talk through, you know, what your challenges are, so we can talk about what makes sense for getting started for you. For some of my clients, the answer is, you know what, we really want to upgrade, but we need to make a case. Can you help us make a case? And I'm happy to do that. We can talk through what points of data collection you might need. How can we use the data to build that case? And how can that start to, what does that really look like in terms of an ROI, right? Because one of the challenges that we all have as marketers is proving that ROI. So that's definitely an easy way to get started. But if you're already looking at CMSs, definitely reach out to one of us, because we are happy to give you a longer form demo, answer those specific questions that are personalized just to you. But I want to thank everybody for joining us today. This was a great session. Thanks so much, Sean. You always do a great job.
Thanks, Christina.
Awesome. Everyone have a great day. Thanks.